3, 2, 1.
What do you want to talk about?
All right, so Allen Lazard's the number one wide receiver on the Packers. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about football. That's something we both know a damn lot about.
Bruce Arians retiring. Interesting news.
That Sam just found out today.
Hate the Buccaneers, so
Yeah. Get wrecked, idiot.
I hope they lose.
Looking at you, Tom Brady.
Looking at you specifically, if you're watching this podcast, I need you to know that as a human being, I respect you, but as a player, I hate you. Predictions for next year.
Predictions for next
Not
year.
going to make any predictions before the draft because wide receivers are going to be highly sought after in the draft once again, and the Green Bay Packers are hopefully going to finally make the right decision.
They're going to draft a quarterback.
I will put this on record as if they draft a quarterback in the first or second round and still have, if they trade Jordan Love away, they can draft a quarterback in the second round. I don't care if we get something good for Jordan Love. If we have Jordan Love on our roster, I don't want us to pick a quarterback before round 8. I would like us to take every other position before we take a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are getting A-Rod back, which is big help.
Yes, Alex Rodriguez is coming back after Jennifer Lawrence Lopez turned him down. I don't know how him and Jennifer Lawrence are doing.
I'm sure they're friends. I would imagine they're.
I don't know. She's kind of weird.
She is very weird.
Didn't she also not graduate high school? So we went to a Christian rap concert.
Let's talk about that.
It was good.
It was really good.
People in front of us were the worst.
People in front of us were definitely the worst.
They don't know us, so I'm comfortable saying that. And
yeah, they don't know us. We don't know them.
They were weirdly touchy, but
yeah,
there was 3 of them.
There were 3 of them. Danced around a bunch, which was that's fine.
That's fine. They were getting into the concert, which again, that's why you're there.
But then they had emotional moments where it was yo dog.
But then they had snacks. That was the redeeming quality. Is I always respect people who bring snacks. Also, I realized they didn't search us at all when we came in.
No. I
could have literally brought a speaker in the back, and then just yeah. Then they told us we should start getting into it more, and we're dude, we don't know these songs.
They turned around and they were
those were the second artist from the opening act, and we're dude, we don't know this guy. It was good. We were vibing.
That was the girl. It was the second one.
Was the girl the one where he? It was the second guy where he turned around.
Yeah.
Sprite and codeine.
No, it was the first guy.
The first guy was Sprite and codeine? I thought it was the second guy.
No, the second guy just had really solid flows.
Okay. The first guy then. The first guy had very unknown.
Sprite and codeine. And looked at sounded like a combination between NF and Jack Harlow.
It was good. He just wasn't confident. I didn't know him. It was hard to get into. And then we went to B-Dubs afterwards. And this man dropped $115.
Yeah.
Our waitress was having a rough day.
Going to B-Dubs. Sit down. Get our order taken. Everything's fine. Our friend Joey orders a double. Right?
Specifically
a double. They come back. Give him a single.
Give me a double who had the same order.
Yeah. They had the exact same order. He gets a double.
We're soulmates.
And then Sam, after we eat, asks for a water.
Because I had purchased a beer and then I was going to drive home. Mm-hmm. So I drank a water like a responsible young man.
Like a responsible adult. He gets the water.
It had a bit more than I was expecting.
It had the receipt or a Miller Lite.
In the water.
A tall Miller Lite in the water.
In the water.
Yeah. That was.
I did not keep the receipts on that one.
I just want to let us sit in that moment where you just...
Yeah, you had to leave room for the laugh track to come in.
The waitress comes back, brings us our receipts.
Joey got charged for 2 patties.
Joey got charged for a double.
We did separate checks, if you're wondering.
Yes, we did. I ordered 20 wings and 2 beers.
Generally around a $25 deal, at most.
Yeah, right about that. I got $115 receipt. And that had 2 Blue Moons.
I thought it had
6 Blue Moons and 2, Michelob Ultras. We only told her about the one. But
she clearly was having a rough day, so...
Yeah, we decided to...
She was very nice.
She was chill, yeah.
I don't know if we did anything to offend her.
I don't think so. 3 of the 5 of us were wearing Hawaiian shirts, but only 2 of us with Hawaiian shirts had issues. So, I don't know. We need a response from B-Dubs Corporate to get their Hawaiian shirt stance.
For the record, B-Dubs recently, I always had to take the B-Dubs they were never perfect, but all of their mistakes were always the consumer's benefit. So you'd order like 20 wings and they'd give you like 25.
Yeah.
My friend Brian once did buy one get one and got buy one get 3, where he bought 10. He was trying to get 10 and 10 instead he got 10 and 30. So like I've always long stood that B-Dubs mistakes were always the benefit of the customer, but recently they've been counting their wings more. I mean, there's a wing shortage, so maybe that's it.
We got there.
$115 checks, receipts in the waters. I don't know. I almost happened at Buffalo Wild Wings. Expectations going in. It was my first concert ever. Venue was a little weird. Yeah, I don't go to concerts.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I almost went to a Zac Brown Band concert. And then I was supposed to go to a Maroon 5 concert. But then I ended up in a relationship. It's a long story. Life happens fast. Anyway, so first concert ever. So my expectations, the venue was inside a megachurch. So I wasn't expecting anything too crazy stage-wise. And I liked it a lot. They had 2 big, probably OLED screens. Pretty nice screens with like split in half horizontally with the stage in the middle there.
Yeah, and then they had 2 like projectors over on the sides.
And then I think it was the third guy did a lot of cool stuff with the screen, because like he had like his stage mark where like that circle appeared. Yeah. He was also the one who like appeared with the lighting, because it was the benefit of it being inside is that you can make it pitch black.
Mm-hmm. So they blacked out the whole place, and then
because it's a mega church and they can have lighting in the seats, they can black out the stage fully for safety. Yeah. So that was really cool. There was a intermission where they did a little. I was also expecting because it's Christian. I was expecting some preaching, and there was some preaching, which was I was like, all right, cool. And then they talked about James, which for those who are up to date with any church gossip, James is often removed from a lot of Christian Bibles because of faith versus works. James specifically says, "Show me your works." Yeah. And then that's specifically the verse he talked about, and I'm just like, ooh, all right, spicy. Anyway, that was cool to see. There's a fundraiser which I'm not quite sure. I support the mission. I don't like the way they presented it. They tried to make it more your direct dollar result, which is definitely not how it works. Basically, the fundraiser was for like translating the Bible to other languages, which is a very worthy cause, and I definitely want to do more research into it and consider donating. But the way they set it up at the intermission was for like every like $30 you donate, they translate one line of scripture. Yeah. And I'm like, that's not how it works. If I donate money, it's probably going to pay for a translator to translate the Bible, which is good, but the way they set it up, I'm like, I don't really like this. They had like one of those weird green bars going across the bottom.
I just realized we're at super different levels on here.
Does this chair not go up? There we go. There it is. So intermission, like that was weird. I'm gonna look into it and consider donating, because you should donate money. We'll get back to this later at some point. But will we? But then after the intermission, we hit basically like, I say the first act was before intermission. We ended with, was it Triple E? Yeah. He was pretty good.
He did a really good job.
And then we got into Andy Mineo.
And then
Lecrae. And then we
were going in. I thought we're going to be the only 2 artists I'd ever heard of, because I don't listen to Christian rap a lot.
They're the 2 main guys. Yeah. Big headliners. They were act 2. I think you liked Andy Mineo the best if you had to pick an individual one.
I think so. I would agree with that. Lecrae's super good, but Andy Mineo.
Lecrae's start was just weird because he came in from like the back of the area, but since we were in the upper part, we couldn't really see it.
We were sitting up in the balcony, and
so like that was the only part where I was like, okay, I feel like it was really exciting for the people down the bottom. For a second, I was like, oh, Kanye West.
Kanye West. He showed up?
That was Act
definitely
2.
Was pulling for just the Jesus Walks intro to start playing, but never happened. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Then Act 3 was all of them together.
Kind of fun to see like all these different people up on stage together. Yeah, they did like a bunch of their collab songs. It was a fun concert. Had a good time. Then went to B-Dubs and still had a good time.
Also had a fun time. Then drove back singing from artists such as Olivia Rodrigo, Katy Perry, Robin Sparkles.
Very important to listen to Robin
Yes.
Sparkles. Do you have anything else to say about the concert?
Not really. I think I
Okay.
said my piece. It was cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a good concert.
It was cheap.
Yeah.
I got to sit down during it if I wanted to.
It was nice to have seats right behind us. Probably one of my favorite concerts I've been to, which isn't a lot, but it was definitely like up there. So
It is both my favorite and my least favorite concert I've ever been to. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever live stream our podcast because I say so much just dumb shit.
I'm filtering everything I say. I'm very careful with my words. I almost swear so much in these podcasts, and then I have to check myself. Also, this is Sam. I'm back. You can't tell because I'm tan.
We never even talked about that.
So, I took a hiatus. I'm not dead.
Let's just see what's happening.
Darius Leonard is gold.
So Darius Leonard just tweeted, "I can't see how folks be drinking liquor at the airport and on the flight at 7:30 a.m. Y'all are built different. I gotta keep my eyes on ya." We agree, Darius. I drink liquor at 6:30.
I haven't been on a flight since I was 10, so
Really?
I can't relate.
Oh, duh. Easy. Please stop.
Well, I thought.
So the Oscars happened.
Chris Rock got rocked. Boom.
Chris Rock got slapped the shit out of.
He made a joke about Will Smith's wife,
Yep.
who has alopecia and is bald. And Will Smith hit him. However, the other thing I saw was that Chris Rock did not write the joke.
Ooh.
But the other thing with that is, number one, Chris Rock is a very funny comedian.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he should have some input on the jokes he's reading.
Ideally.
Number two, he definitely had read through them before, because you have to know the timing of them for jokes. I'm sure that he's very talented and he could live read it, but it's the Oscars. You would read it before.
Chris Rock got rocked, and Will Smith kind of looks bad now.
Let's be honest. The Smiths are like
Weird
Hollywood's least, but also favorite couple, because people just keep giving them microphones, and they just stop.
That's my other thing. Stop interviewing celebrities.
You interview them for their movies,
No more.
or whatever else is going on.
No,
But
nope. Don't even interview them for movies. I don't care. I don't need to hear the words that come out of famous people's faces, unless they're delivering a line in a
What
film.
about Chris Hemsworth?
I mean,
He's Australian. You don't like hearing him talk?
I like hearing him talking movies.
I just think that people should have a 3-strike rule in entertainment, and once they hit 3 strikes of, all right, you're definitely saying too many weird things, they lose their privileges of being on interviews and late night shows.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. They're well past
That's
3
not,
strikes.
That's not what you want your relationship to look like.
Dear God, no.
You don't want to drink each other's blood.
I didn't know they did that one.
Yeah, they did that when they got engaged.
Yikes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, that one's really weird.
Number one, health-wise,
Yeah,
blood
that's just
is disgusting.
don't in any way don't try and
Number
emulate.
2, don't try
those
to
people.
cause other people pain when they try to take off stuff you gave them. Like
Yeah.
a ring. Although the ring is really pretty.
Yeah, it's a really pretty ring, but it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. They're just weird people.
Would you wear it if Machine Gun Kelly got it for you?
Absolutely not.
What if you got to sell it afterwards? You have to
How
wear it for one day.
how deep into the little like thorn things go?
You can get it resized for your finger. You don't have to wear the Megan Fox size one.
Well, yeah, no, I figured that
But-
because I got
You are going to tear your skin off as you pull it off. but it's probably worth what, like $3 million?
Oh, but is that worth the price of my finger?
Just for a little bit. It's not your fingers going off.
But it's this, like...
Or you can just get like a bolt cutter.
Also, how did she get it on?
Because the thorns go backwards, so when you slide it on, it's just you can't come off.
Oh, that's...
That's the entire point.
Oh, that's...
Or you can just never take it off. Just wear it forever. The only issue...
I could cut it off.
Yeah.
Be really risky with my finger right there, but I'm sure a talented jeweler could for sure pull that off.
Just don't date people for their money.
There you go.
And if you have a lot of money, well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to date rich people.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, stop interviewing them. Stop talking. Never let them speak in public, unscripted. Machine Gun Kelly, don't let him speak. Just don't. This is his mouth. This is a piece of tape. The Smith family, all 4 of them. 5. No, I want to hear more from the older son. He seems nice and normal and interesting. I want to hear more from him. The rest of them just need to stop. There's one exception of this rule. One exception and one exception only. Kanye West. Let that man talk more. Because he's speaking.
Darius Leonard.
Also Darius Leonard. He's fine. But yeah, I think the 3-strike rule could work.
Strike 1. Everyone has a weird day. Everyone has a weird tweet. Everyone has something that's just like, alright, that's
hey,
little
that
strange.
was...
Strike number 2 is, alright, buddy, we're not being careful after strike 1.
You're on probation.
You need optics.
You have to go through a... It's like a...
Anger management training. But it's weird management training.
Yeah.
Managing your weird personality.
You got to go through it, get a certification at the end saying, this person's not going to say weird stuff anymore. And strike 3, you just stop getting interviewed. You can still be in movies. You can still do your job. You just can't be interviewed anymore.
You cannot be interviewed. We delete your Twitter, and the only way to get it back is you have to win a Nobel Peace Prize. If you go out and you solve world hunger, alright, you can have your Twitter back. You can say whatever you want.
The Kardashians say some weird stuff.
That's too old. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows to get rid of them.
But, well, they still have a show. Their show still exists.
Look, I love her music, but Cher is an insane woman on Twitter.
Yeah,
have you ever seen her Twitter?
No.
Look it up. Look it up, read whatever the most recent tweet is. I don't have Twitter on my phone right now, and I can tell you that it's going to be wild. Make sure you emphasize the emojis. Alright, find one where she talks. There you
go. Oh, no, that's not Cher's tweet. Seems many of my TWTS tweets are getting through. Thinking emoji. Oh, aren't getting through. That make way more sense.
Tweets are getting through.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Haters, FU, but spelled FK capital U. Everyone is so ready to pounce. Does anyone, new line, in their right mind think, new line,
Enter.
I wouldn't, new line, sorry, in their right mind think, I, on a new line, wouldn't have said, new line, something, inhale emoji, had I, new line, known, new line, me of all people. What?
So now read it through.
Haters, FU. Everyone is so ready to pounce. Does anyone in their right mind think I wouldn't have said something had I known? What?
Yeah. So again, I believe, but Cher is. It's a lot.
I'm just gonna screenshot that really quick.
For the record, that was from what? 3 days ago?
Yeah, she's on probation. Stop letting celebrities talk. It's just gonna lead to bad things. Call your mom.
I'd like to go take a nap for 30 minutes.
That's fair. Yes, another one.
Oh yeah, every time.
Bye.